Hello, 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 my collectives, my loves, my angels. How are you? How are you doing today? I want to say good morning. A little late morning, so it's more like a good afternoon. But I want to talk about the energy today that I'm feeling very strongly. And it's about, I pulled a few cards that came out, but the energy that I'm feeling on a lot has to do with alpha female versus sigma female. And it's funny because I was really pulling on the fact that a lot of you have grown, have matured, elevated from being perhaps an alpha female into now becoming a sigma female. But I feel like for some, it's not so much that you've grown from alpha to sigma, but maybe the person that you dealt with, you may have dealt with an alpha male, and their attraction to you was the fact that you were a sigma female. And maybe even, and for some of you, you've dealt with an alpha male or someone who was portraying qualities of being an alpha male, a leader who may have gone towards someone that they thought was an alpha female, and or who really could be an alpha female. And I want to talk to you about the qualities of an alpha female versus the qualities of a sigma female. Um, when I was pulling my cards, I did have some cards that came out that started with Elsa. If you know the Disney character, Elsa was a woman who was a natural leader. She protected anyone that was on her journey. I feel like that's you in a lot of ways, collective. You're Elsa from the Disney character. You're a natural leader and you protect those that are on your journey, whether those are your children, your family, your friends, maybe the mate that you choose, just collective itself, those of you who are out here embodying your sigma female qualities, your sigma female traits, okay? You are giving back to the community, helping those, educating those, being a healer, being a teacher, being a leader, okay? Which brings me to talk about the alpha female. All right. An alpha female is one who is a leader. She's outspoken, she's dominant. She requires or likes to have the center of attention. In many ways, she can be competitive or is competitive. All right. For some of you, you could have been an alpha female. You could have graduated from an alpha female. You may still be an alpha female. Your person could have chosen someone that they thought was an alpha female. And maybe that's because they were an alpha male and didn't understand the qualities of being a sigma female, okay? A sigma female is one who is independent, self-governing, quietly powerful, does not rely on social approval or hi- um, hierarchy. She does not even play the hierarchy game. She moves like a lone wolf, not because she can't fit in, but because she does not need to fit into any type of group. She's fine beating to the beat of her own drum, much a lone leader, okay? She's strong, she's intuitive, she strategizes without being loud, she's controlling and never attention seeking. Traits of a sigma female are similar to that of an alpha female. An alpha female is a leader, a sigma female is a lone leader. Alpha female is very outspoken, could be loud, boisterous. Sigma females has a quiet strength. Alpha female is very dominant, whereas a sigma female does not seek attention. Alpha likes to be the center of attention. Sigma female moves very independently. A alpha female is very competitive. They will chase because they They see you as the competition, so they don't mind chasing a man or chasing a female to give them that attention, to make them feel seen, validated, boost their ego, feed into their pride. Whereas a Sigma female competes only with herself. They don't chase. It's either that person is all in or they're all out. That's it. They don't need to be part of a pack. They don't follow the herd. They stand out. You see a farm, a ranch, the wild. You have all the cows that go in herd. You have the one bull. That's like your Sigma. They lead. They don't need to do what the herd does. If the herd all goes west, they don't have to go west if that's not what they want to do. And they don't mind not following the herd. So I feel like some of you could have been that alpha female in the beginning, dating the alpha male. Maybe you graduated to being the Sigma female. Maybe your person left you, the Sigma or alpha, because they needed someone that was going to chase them, be competitive, compete for what they consider to be the prize. The Sigma realized that she is the prize. That's what I feel like the energy is a lot today. It came up blue. Blue talks about your fifth chakra, your fourth chakra, your throat chakra, you being communicator, speaking, using your intuition, using your clairvoyance with the fifth chakra, your third eye. You have vision, you're imaginative. During your process, when you were going through, you were very optimistic, very joyful, very proud. You were divinely protected the entire time you were in your connection with your alpha male, or said alpha male could have been a narcissist, very prideful. Law enforcement came up, which lets me know that even more so, you're always protected. Always. That can signify Michael the Archangel, your ancestors, your spirit guides protecting you on your journey that you set out as Elsa. Some of you now may be working alone, maybe in other commitments. Maybe doing something that you feel is helping the world, helping the collective in some sort of way, some symbolism. I feel like you dealt with somebody who, as much as they were drawn to you, as much as they liked you, as much as they cared for you, and for some, most probably even loved you. The problem is that when you pulled away, when they chose the alpha female over you, and you pulled away, because again, with Sigma, you're either all in or you're all out. There's no halfway mark. You cannot make a Sigma an option. You can't put them in competition. You can't expect them to chase you. You cannot manipulate them, feed them, gaslight them, give them part of your attention only to love bomb and then pull back, and love bomb again and pull back, because you wanting them to come after you, to validate you, to feed into you. I feel like when you decided not to chase, when you decided not to validate, when you didn't want to be that person to compete, and you pulled away, your person felt that pull. They felt that tug. I feel like a person's now dealing with some type of depression. They're reacting. Because in some ways, I feel like your person could have been a narcissist. And the thing about a narcissist, they don't like to lose. They need to have control. They need to be in control. They want to control you. And the biggest fear is abandonment, you leaving. And that's why they have to have control. And that's why they will take an alpha, or they will take a karmic, because they're going to keep validating them. Where you're very independent, and that's not to say that they didn't go towards someone who was independent, but they went to someone that would validate them to say, hey, you know what, can you fix my car? Can you fix my lights? Can you change this bulb? Can you get out there and put these Christmas lights on? Or, oh, I don't know how to do this. You see, fed into them needing to feel macho, feel like that manly, feel overly needed. You were too independent. That was a problem. It was attractive, but then it tapped into their insecurities, because they always have this fear of you leaving them, you abandon them. If you don't need them, then, and you only want them, and you're given unconditional love, and all you require for them is love, and because they don't have that self-love, they can't perceive that all you require is for them to show up as their authentic self, to give unconditional love, to be there for you, to do what's right, to have, what's the word? Some type of integrity, morals, ethics, values. See your worth, see your values. They weren't used to that. They're used to being needed. And they felt like if they ever fell short, you would leave. And the fear of you leaving one day, you abandoning them, you triggering those abandonment wounds inside of them that they try to hide by being macho, by being controlling, by being intimidating. Well, when you did leave, when you pull back your energy and you stop feeding it to them, that's exactly what you did. You triggered those abandonment issues, those abandonment wounds in them. So your person may now be reacting, having sleepless nights, staying up late, can't sleep, being moody throughout the day, being grouchy, starting arguments, picking fights with people for no reason because they don't want to be bothered. They may be looking at photographs of you, reminiscing of the times they did have. Sometimes they miss you, sometimes they love you, other times they're upset, they're angry, they don't like you, because sometimes they're the victim. Sometimes it's your fault. You did it. Even though you did nothing but pull back your energy, it's your fault. You're the villain now. They're the victim. You see, your person never understood you, never valued you. They were jealous. They catfished you, pretended to be something that they were not. They were deceptive. They weren't what they appeared. They lacked clarity. Some put you into spiritual attacks, made you a mistress, not even telling you that they were involved with someone else. They're not impatient, angry, short with people, short-tempered, disgusted and irritated, lying on you, had a child on you that you didn't know about, lying about you. Full of pride and ego. Codependent. Full of fear. Impulsive behavior because they don't want to be abandoned. I want to get into what this person may have going on, what secrets they're hiding. I feel like this person does want to communicate with you. They would like to see you, talk to you, see what's going on, even if it's just to check your temperature, see if you're still interested in them. We have electrician. Your person could be electrician. Or they just have their wires crossed. The wires were crossed between the two of you. There was a lack of communication, a lack of understanding. lack of knowledge. They didn't understand you. You didn't understand that. Well, no, I take that back. You did understand them. You understood them. You saw them. You saw through them. You saw what they were trying to hide. They didn't know you could see that. They didn't know your gifts. I'm just trying to move some of these cards out the way, guys. This person was running. They were in denial. They were trying to escape from what you wanted. See, this person carries a lot of baggage. And you see how old this fan was? You see this is a family card. This is something that they carry baggage within their family that could have been passed down from generation, generational curses, generational depths, baggage of abandonment and fear from maybe a parent not showing up, not being there, not nurturing them, not caring for them, not making them that strong individual that they need to be. They're used to being with karmics. Come from a family of karmics who were either the men or the women within that family had third-party affairs, cheated, disloyal. They didn't learn the lessons of their previous ancestors, their uncles, their brothers, their aunts, their mothers or fathers, brothers, sisters, wherever. So they had to go out and repeat the same thing. And for some, even though they repeated it, they're not even learning their own lesson. They dealt with haters. They have haters around them. Don't really want to see them happy. But they call them their friend. They sit with them. They party with them. They cook out with them as if they're all a part of one community. People who tell them that they want to see them successful in life, but they don't. See, a narcissist, egotistic, opportunist. Told you I felt that. Who never learned how to place boundaries. Who got upset because you placed boundaries and defended yourself. Thank you. You blocked them. You blocked them. You moved on. You don't want to hear from them anymore. You stopped calling. You have nothing to say. You said what you said the last time you talked to them, and now there's nothing left for you to say. You feel like they have nothing to say to them. Since then, you're glowing up. It's something that you're doing. Like I said, some of you graduated from Alpha to Sigma. Some of you, they chose the Alpha. Either way, you moved on. Start pouring into yourself. Now you're glowing up. You're having successful businesses, new opportunities, new careers. Something that they see you doing. Something they don't like. Spirit. They're in over their head. They're feeling very emotional. They're worried, full of fear. They want a second chance. They're fearful they won't get a second chance with you. They're nostalgic again. Some of you, I felt, gave them a second chance already. Only for it to just be deja vu. You feel like I gave you a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance, and you did the same thing again. It was deja vu. They keep doing the same thing over and over again. Procrastinating, wasting your time. Acting like they're busy when they're not. They don't have time for you, but they have time for everyone else. The time on here is 4:15. 4s talk about stabilities. 15 talks about devil energy. They gave into temptations. Cheated, codependent, jealousy, envy, sexual. They may be overindulging in alcohol, sex, food. You have peace in your life since you let this go. You're happy, you're balanced. They may be overindulging in the nightlife. They took you for a gamble. They may have a gambling addiction. Seeing strippers. Still hopeful that they'll have a second chance with you. Optimistic about it. Who is this person? What crimes did they commit? What crimes were they committing against my collective? Spirit guides. Let me shuffle, guys. What crimes? What lies? What crimes are being committed? Ooh, thank you. They're definitely watching you on social media. Some of them may be trying to tap into your Facebook. They may have hiding their identity. They may be hiding their identity, watching your page from a friend's page on Facebook or someone they know that you mutually know on Facebook, watching you definitely on social media. They could have been hooking up with people they found on social media. Justice is out here again. I told you we're divinely protected. Remember, you are divinely protected, and we have law enforcement. Some of them might be looking at going in jail. Some of them may be having legal trouble. Some of them may have had a run-in with the law. Someone could have gotten arrested, pending an arrest, spiritually arrested, all due to jealousy, crime of passion. They got caught up in passion with the third-party karmic. Committed this crime of infidelity against you. Affairs that they didn't tell you about, they hid from you. The third party set them up. Somebody who they could have met on Facebook, online, set them up, and now they feel like they're imprisoned with that person that they had this passion with, this crime of passion. Because they weren't using their intuition when it said stay away, don't talk to them. They ignored the red flags. You may have been dealing with somebody who disappears at night. Somebody that work was slow, unemployed, was receiving an unemployment check, or relying on women to pay their way, men to pay their way. Somebody who could have had a last name, Rivera, Campbell, Mitchell. Maiden name, last name. Someone could have been an only child or had an only child from your person. What else, Spirit guides? Ooh, thank you. Someone may be involved in a car accident. Could it get DUI? This car like it ran off the road into the trees. Someone could be injured in some type of accident. Hit from the back. The bumper. You dealt with somebody who was very egotistical. Very egotistical. I'm just getting someone was dealing with the same sex as well. Someone's being followed. Someone may have taken a car, like a third party may have purchased a car in her name for someone, or put a car in their name for someone. They're now wanting to take that car back from them, leaving your person carless. Your person's needing to take Uber, taxi, other means of transportation to get where they want to go. But the fact that there's so much transportation out here and they're having to rely on other transportation, this person is not in the driver's seat of their own vehicle. This person is not in control of their life, of their journey, or their path. They're repeating a cycle. Someone else is controlling them. But yeah, they have egotism. So they're portraying as though they're in control. But they're not. Can I have some tarot, please? Spirit guides. Tell me more about this person. Thank you. Someone could be socially awkward. Very socially awkward. Intelligent, but socially awkward. They're very nostalgic. I have that more than once. Thinking about childhood. Thinking about how generous you were with them. How innocent you were. You had a purity about you. Um, They held back. They held back their time, their energy, their money. They didn't offer you any type of security. They were conservative. They were possessive. They see you as being their possession. Even though you're not with them, they still consider you being yours, theirs. So, why did I say yours? They still consider you to be theirs. So they're not trying to perceive you being with another man or another woman or moving on and being happy. And the thought of that actually angers them, upsets them. Okay? You've been their secret. What else, Spirit Guides? Somebody could have a food truck, work on the food truck, serving others from that truck, serving something other than food from that truck. Somebody could be from Connecticut. Living a fast life. Someone living a fast life. Carrying a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities, having chaos in their life, trouble, things are falling apart, their relationships are falling apart, business is falling apart, not coming through, business opportunities not coming through. If they did start a food truck, it did not manifest. It turned out to be more of a burden, more of a problem, more responsibility than something that was actually being a moneymaker, a great business idea. Somebody could live with family property or went into this with someone else in the family. Okay. Somebody could be biracial, carry a pocket knife. Someone could have the last name Clark, Ramirez, or Lewis and be the black sheep of their family. This person was a Pinocchio. They told a lot of lies, manipulated, or a puppet. Someone could have a Toyota. There's a sudden change going on in this person's life. They're receiving clarity now about who you are. The truth is being exposed. You've had some type of breakthrough. They're having some type of breakthrough. They're starting to see the truth. Other people are starting to see the truth about them. Excuse me. Yeah, they're planning on coming towards you. They're planning on coming towards you. They're trying to make a decision now. Should they leave who they're with? Should they make the changes? How they're going to progress towards you? How are they going to move towards you? Some of you may have moved. They don't know how to find you. They did see you as being nurturing, independent, loving, sufficient. You have your own. Materially, you're fine. They're very envious and very moody about it. They're mortified how you've moved on from them. This person could have been aggressive or mean, or ended up with someone who was aggressive or mean. Your person could have been self-employed, but yet business is not coming through like they want it to. They could have been a painter, know how to paint, a self-employed painter. A painter is one who covers up a lot of things. So this person covered up a lot of what they had going on. They wore a mask. They didn't tell the truth. They skimmed over things. They changed things. You tell them something, they cover it up with a lie. You had strength to move on from this person. You were brave. You remained focused. You remained in control of your life. And now this person feels imprisoned, a victim. I told you. You're the villain, now they're the victim. They have a victim mentality. They're limiting beliefs. They're imprisoned. Remember I told you earlier, I felt like they were imprisoned. They felt like they were imprisoned with this third party. We had the handcuffs out here, law enforcement out here. We also had divinely protected out here. This person's looking at jail time. They're looking for love in all the wrong places. They haven't changed. Somebody could live overseas. You could have moved away to calmer water. From somebody who's a jack of all trades, know a little bit about a lot, or think they know a little bit about a lot, but have a lot of storms going on in their life. Your person could drive a truck. Someone could be from Georgia. Someone who's a people pleaser. Thank you. They were fed a lot of illusions. They were deceived by someone who fed them a lot of illusions. They did see you as being mysterious. They didn't listen to their subconscious. They ignored the warning signs and they fell for something. And now they're realizing that it was all fake. It was deceit. It was illusion. It was unreal. Now they feel like they're in an abandoned house. Somebody could be at an abandoned house, staying near an abandoned house, in an abandoned house. Is that they're abandoning their house and wanting to move, leave their abandoned person that they're with. They could feel spiritually abandoned, empty. What, black? Because they're negative energy. Getting into a lot of disagreements, lacking communication, not wanting to work with the people they're with because they're wanting to have control, not recognize their gifts, their talents, what they contribute to the partnership. The person's dishonest and manipulative, and even dealt with someone else dishonest and manipulative, somebody who lacked confidence in themselves, somebody who didn't put the hard work in with you. They did a lot of shoddy work. Half-assed came into the bed to the connection to a star. They half-assed fed their energy, their time, their love to a star, an empress, a woman of God, a gift from the universe, someone with hope, inspiration, and faith, someone who's intuitive, someone who has a lot of wisdom that can teach them a lot, show them a lot, share that Sigma female. Give me one more and then tell me. Yeah, they want to come now to you and tell you they want to have a new beginning with you, but you can't trust the offer. Something fishy about that offer. They're trying to listen to their intuition when they come towards you. However, they're not being truthful. They're coming in childlike energy, okay? But they're going to be very artistic with their words and the words that they chose to give you this apology and or tell you what's going on or check on you or see. They're going to tell you in a childlike way where you see them coming, because again, you're the high priestess. You see them coming. You know what energy they're coming in. You see what they're saying even when they don't say it. So when they come to you to talk to you, you're going to see right through them. You're going to see them still as being immature, as being childish, not taking accountability, not owning what they're saying. Don't stop your healing. That's what the angels have to say. Don't stop. Within a few weeks, you're going to see something change around for you, and it's all going to be in perfect timing when it needs to come. So continue doing what you're doing on your healing journey. Don't change. Don't accept this offer. I can't tell you not to listen to this person. I can't tell you not to reconcile with this person. But be cautious. Listen to your intuition. You see the numbers 898. It's empowerment. Stand in your power. Embrace the true potential with confidence. Thank you. 444. Stability. Angels are guiding and supporting you, providing a stable foundation for success for you. That's why they don't want you to stop. Stop your healing. 676. Don't stop giving yourself the self-love. Prioritize your well-being and cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself. 765. Adaptability. You're flexible and capable of facing changes. Trusting your strength to navigate any changes that arise. And the last one, 121. Continue to have harmony in your life. Embrace harmony in your life. Seek balance between your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. This is my quick check-in with you for today. Happy birthday to those who are celebrating a birthday today. Enjoy your week. And as always, sending you love and blessings. Bye.